Hi boys and girls, we're ready to start lesson 9 for math, and you're going to need your fluency template that has the 3 dots like you see on my screen. You want to slide that into your sheet protector so that you can use it like a whiteboard. You'll want to have a whiteboard marker and an eraser. Our goal for today is we're going to work on finding related multiplication facts by adding and subtracting equal groups of array models. So we're going to use simpler problems to solve a little harder problem. So the first thing you want to do is slip your template into your whiteboard, into your slipcover. And we're going to start by adding 2 known smaller facts. So you want to cover part of your array just like you see on my screen to show 5 rows of 3. You're going to draw a box around the uncovered array. And now we want to write and solve a multiplication sentence to describe that. So if we have 5 rows of 3, our multiplication sentence is going to be 5 times 3 equals 15. Now you want to move your paper down so that you're showing 7 times 3. So to do that, we had 5. We had 5 rows here. We want to move our paper down so that we're showing 2 more rows of 3. Shade in the rows that you added. And now we want to write and solve a multiplication sentence to describe the shaded part of the array. So up here we had 5 times 3 equals 15. And down here we have 2 times 3 equals 6. So we're still adding 2 smaller facts. So how many 3's are in 5 times 3? So in this array, how many 3's do we have? We have 5 3's. How many 3's did you add to make the array to show 7 times 3? So this whole thing, we had 5 3's. We added 2 3's. 5 3's plus 2 3's is equal to 7 3's. So our fact that we're trying to solve here is 7 times 3. Right here, 7 times 3. That is our whole array. And we can solve that by doing 5 times 3 and adding 2 times 3 together. Okay? So if we do that, the total for 5 times 3, what is the total for 5 times 3? It's 15. What is the total for 2 times 3? 6. So 15 plus 6 is equal to 21. Let's try another one. Erase your board. Cover part of the array with a blank paper to show 4 rows of 3. So over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of 3. We want to write and solve a multiplication sentence to describe that array. Well, we have 4 rows times 3 in each row, which equals 12. If you're not sure about that, you can come over here and do skip counting to find your answer. So we can skip count by 3's because we have 3 in each group. 3, 6, 9, 12. And we get our total, 12. Now we're going to move the paper to show 8 times 3. So we had 1, 2, 3, well that's wrong, 4. We want to add 4 more so that we have 8 times 3. So actually this should be shaded in, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm actually going to get rid of this one. We don't need that one because we want to show 8 times 3. Okay? Now we want to write a multiplication problem to show the shaded part of that array. So we added 1, 2, 3, 4 more times 3, which equals 12. Okay? So how many 3's are in 4 times 3? Right here. There's 1 3, 2 3's, 3 3's, 4 3's. So we have 4 3's plus the 3's that we added, another 4 3's, which totals 8 3's. The multiplication sentence for that is 8 times 3, 8 3's. So is 4 times 3 plus 4 times 3 equal to 8 times 3? Well, let's come over here and skip count by 3's. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. And again, there's an extra row there. I'm not sure why. So yes, it is 8 times 3 is equal to 4 times 3 plus 4 times 3, which is 24. And we can fill in our total here. Okay. Now we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to subtract smaller facts. So we want to draw a box around the array that shows 9 times 3. So we need 9 3's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That box is already drawn. Since 9 times 3 is close to 10 times 3, we can solve 9 times 3. We can solve 10 times 3, sorry, and take away one group of 3. So what are we going to subtract to show 9 3's? We're going to subtract one group of 3, aren't we? So 10 3's minus 1 3 equals 9 3's. 10 3's, if we skip count, here we go, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30. 10 3's is equal to 30. 1 3 is equal to 3. Okay? So if we take 10 3's minus 1 3, we end up with 9 3's. 30 minus 3 is 27. So what we did there was we had 10 times 3 minus 1 times 3 equals 9 times 3. We did 10 times 3, our whole total of our array. We took away 1 3 and we're left with 9 3's. Let's try another one. Draw a box around the array that shows 8 times 3. So here's our 8 times 3. If we solve 10 times 3, it's easier because we can count by 10s to get to the total. So if we count 10, 20, 30, we get to our total of 30. What should we subtract to show 8 3's instead? So if we have 10 3's, how many 3's are we going to take away to show 8 3's? Right, we're going to take away 2 3's. Boys and girls, when we're doing these problems, the 3's is really our unit. It's the grouping that we're talking about. It's the thing that we're talking about, those units, those labels. And we end up with 8 3's. So 10 threes minus 2 threes is equal to 8 threes. All 10 threes are equal to 30. 2 threes are equal to 6. So now we can do 30 minus 6 is how many? 24. Take a minute to tell your school partner how we use 10 times 3 to help us find the answer to 9 times 3 and 8 times 3. If you said we use them to subtract, find 10 times 3 and then subtract the number of threes to get to 9 times 3 and 8 times 3, you're correct. Boys and girls, the next thing you're going to do is do your problem set. You're going to work for 10 minutes as hard as you can. Have fun.